Who wears clothes, the theater too? What are the actors supposed to do? How do we go on with the show? We rehearsed, we sung along, we know the words to every song. We're prepared, but where do we go? We go online, set the lights, fill the screen. The show must go on, the show must go online, piece by piece, scene by scene. The show must go on, the show must go online. To dust out the webcam, yeah, make it shine. The show must go online. Even though we're far apart, we can still connect through art. Take a breath and get in the zone. We won't show, you can't contain our deep desire to entertain. We can do this all on our own. Time to turn the page. Time for something new. All the world on our stage, and this is what we do. Set the lights, fill the screen. The show must go on, the show must go online, piece by piece, scene by scene. The show must go on, the show must go online. A virtual outlet for the magically inclined. The show must go online.
Good evening. Thank you for the great intro and to all our supporters for logging into our fabulous award show. During these unprecedented times, we have been forced to bring our award show to you online.
I'm your co-host, and tonight we celebrated great Americans of the 20th century. However, due to the recent quarantine guidelines, these famous historians must receive their awards from their homes, as we do this show live on Zoom and stream it on YouTube for all our listening audience.
So, tonight we celebrate great Americans of the 20th century. And best of all, it features me.
We've got scientists and heroes. We've got entertainers too. And there's even politicians. There was nothing we could do. We found athletes and artists, and a businessman or two. And we've brought them all together just to celebrate with you. The greatest, the greatest, the greatest Americans. The greatest, the greatest, the greatest Americans of the 20th century. There are lots of great musicians, and there's folks in civil rights. We've got some who play with baseballs, some who play with electric lights. We've got labor movement leaders, and a woman who paints flowers. And there's me, your host all evening. Hope the show goes on for hours.
The greatest, the greatest, the greatest Americans. The greatest, the greatest, the greatest Americans of the 20th century.
brilliant and talented people from all walks of life logging into our show on Zoom. I think we have our first VIP guest logging on now. Yes, the video feed is coming on. Yes, I think it's somebody famous. Excuse me, ma'am? I think your audio is off. You need to unmute yourself. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes. But who are you?
I'm Martha Graham. Can't you read my name on the screen?
Oh, yes, the Martha Graham. Fantastic. This is Martha Graham, everyone, the inventor of the graham cracker. I just love graham crackers, miss. But there's something we're all dying to know.
Yes?
Well, how do you get all those little perforations in the crackers?
What are you talking about? I'm a great dancer and choreographer.
Really? Would I have seen you in any shows?
Didn't you see me in the opening number for this show?
Of course. I recognize you now. Wait a minute. We got a couple of guys logging in together. They must be brothers. Just look at them. Hey, you guys. Are you the brothers Karamazov?
No, they're fictional characters out of a Russian novel.
Okay, wait. Don't tell me. The Ludin brothers. I knew it. Ladies and gentlemen, these guys discovered cough drops.
No, you've got the wrong brothers.
Okay, I give up. Who are you?
We're the Wright brothers.
Well, of course you're the right brothers. You're not the wrong brothers. But really, what's your name?
Really, we're the Wright brothers.
Look, don't play games with me, okay? I got an infected hangnail and my shoes caught on fire this morning, and I'm just not feeling well.
But it's true. We are the Wright brothers.
We are the Wright brothers. We are the Wright brothers. If you want to fly, give the clouds a try. If you want to fly, we're the Wright brothers. I remember well that daring flight. I was cool as I flew out of sight. The things below look just like ants to me. Well, they were ants that you saw below. You were only up 10 feet or so, but that was news in 1903. We are the Wright brothers. We are the Wright brothers. If you want to fly, give the clouds a try. If you want to fly, we're the Wright brothers. We Americans got off the ground 100 years and we are not back down. You're flying through new maps and change the clock. You can fly to Rome, you fly in space. This whole world's become a tiny place, and it started back there at Kitty Hawk. We are the Wright brothers. We are the Wright brothers. If you want to fly, give the clouds a try. If you want to fly, we're the Wright brothers. If you want to fly, give the clouds a try. If you want to fly, we're the Wright brothers.
Our listening audience seems to have logged on, and we are ready to begin with the awards.
Thank you, thank you.
Ernest Hemingway.
I am honored, of course. Where's that award?
Mr. Hemingway, I'm sorry, but this isn't your category.
It isn't? Are you sure?
Yeah, you're not supposed to be on right now. I'm gonna have to mute you.
Well, since I'm already here, we can just talk about me for a few minutes.
Not now. This is a live show.
Well, how about we just mention a few of my novels? It won't take long.
No, I'm sorry.
I can mime the titles.
Ernest, please.
Farewell, then. Farewell to arms.
I'm sorry about that. I've muted him now. Back to the awards. To present our humanitarian award, I am proud to introduce two great Americans in their own right. Marine biologist Rachel Carson, and from Wild Bill's show, Annie Oakley.
Howdy, folks. Rachel. It's an honor to be here with you today, especially after your book, Silent Spring, pretty much started the whole environmental movement.
Thank you, Manny.
Yep. I say, why use poison when it's much faster to just shoot it?
Excuse me, I would never condone shooting. I use my pen to fight against the chemical companies in order to make the United States a safer place.
Is that right? Kinda like me. I make the USA a safer place from outlaws and wild animals.
I don't think that is the same at all. Thank you.
Ah, come on. Take 30 pieces out. That way. Take this coin, throw it in the air, and I'll shoot right through it. Catch.
I don't think so.
You ain't no fun. Guess we better open up that envelope and announce this year's winner.
Thank you. For her work in the civil rights and for her act of bravery, the winner of the Humanitarian Award is Rosa Parks. Here to share her story is the mother of civil rights, Miss Rosa Parks.
I am honored and happy to share my story with you. On December 5th, 1955, we're riding a bus in Montgomery, Alabama. I was sitting in the fifth row of the bus in what was called the color section. African Americans were not allowed in the front and were required by law to give up their seat to any white person who wanted it. But on that day, I did not give up my seat. I did not move to the back of the bus, and because of that, I was arrested.
That there is simply not fair.
No, it wasn't fair. It felt like we should all be free people and should have the same right as other people. I refused to move before, but this was the first time I was actually arrested and sent to prison. I didn't have any idea what my actions would bring about. At the time I was arrested, I didn't know how the community would react. I was glad that they take action and they refused to ride the buses because of that launch a nationwide effort to end racial segregation.
Rosa was a little tired after work in December. She hopped on the bus, a ride to remember. Paid in the front and bought it in the back. Rosa got herself a seat, but the bus was packed. A man thought he had more right than her to the seat that she sat in. She was a little tired from working, very tired of being judged by the color of her skin. Rosa wouldn't get up, so they threw her in the slammer. This happened a lot down in Montgomery, Alabama. And she was well known in the African American community. Used to work for the president of the NAACP. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was the pastor of a local church. Called a meeting and said the only way to fight is for no one to ride the bus to work. rights and strength was the pathway to freedom. It took a year for the Supreme Court to agree with her. Segregation on transportation is unconstitutional. In the land of the free, separate can't be equal. Oh, mother of the civil rights movement, she wears the crown, standing up for her rights. Oh, just by sitting down. Just by sitting down. Rosa Parks, can't you see? You changed history. As a nation, we are grateful for eternity. Like a rose, your lesson grows more and more each day. The bus you rode has miles to go, but we are on our way to be free, free, free. Yeah. One woman holding a candle in the dark, and her name is Rosa Parks. One woman holding a candle in the dark, and her name is Rosa Parks. One woman holding a candle in the dark, and her name is Rosa Parks. One woman holding a candle in the dark, and her name is Rosa Parks. One woman holding a candle in the dark, and her name is Rosa Parks. Oh, one woman holding a candle in the dark, and her name is Rosa Parks. Holding a candle, Rosa Parks. One woman holding a candle, Rosa Parks. Just one woman standing.
Welcome back. Our next award is for the greatest statesman. To present this award, we have a First Lady known for her style and grace, Jacqueline Kennedy.
Hi everyone, welcome to our home in the Kennedy compound in Cape Cod. We're quarantined together as a family.
And who have you got there?
This is John Jr. Say hi to our viewers, John.
Aw, isn't he cute? How is your family doing on quarantine, Mrs. Kennedy?
Like everyone else, we're staying home and staying safe, and we encourage others to do as well. It's hard being a mom with two little ones. Coraline's in kindergarten, so after school we have to do with her too.
Yes, you do not quite look yourself, Mrs. Kennedy.
Well, Angelica, the country's on quarantine. I can't only go shopping for a new dress and get my hair done, can I now? We're all in this together, includes the Kennedy family.
You are a great example to all of us, Mrs. Kennedy. Would you like to announce the next award?
I'm happy to. The greatest statesman is Roosevelt. Oops, gotta go. Diaper emergency.
Thank you. I am honored to be the recipient of this.
Now hold on there a minute. That is the wrong Roosevelt. That there is Franklin Delano Roosevelt. FDR is a fine man, no doubt, but I think that what belongs for me, Teddy Roosevelt.
Oh, Teddy, you were a good president and all right. Panama Canal, Nobel Peace Prize and all that. But that was way back in the first decade of the century. And you were elected president 4 times.
FDR, I'm his fan. For election, he's the man.
Franklin, that new deal of yours, the Great Depression, didn't exactly work, did it?
It gave millions of Americans a job and enough money to survive. I gave them hope.
And I gave them a new political party, the Boomers Party.
Give me an M. Give me an O. Give me another O. Give me an S. Give me an E. What does that spell? Moose.
No, sirree, you can't beat the moose.
I led our country through World War II.
I'm talking a moose, Franklin, a big moose.
I have a presidential memorial in Washington, D.C.
My face is on the mountain in South Dakota.
Rushmore, Rushmore, it's the best. Rushmore powers here again.
And I'm hitting the moot now, gentlemen. Well, wasn't that fun? Now it's time to hear a word from our sponsors who have made tonight's program possible. Will be... Ernest, what are you? Oh, I get it. The Old Man and the Sea. Very amusing. As I was saying, it's time for a word from our sponsors, the good people at Stars in Your Pantry.
Hi, folks. Do you love movies and television? Haven't you ever wanted the great stars of the 20th century to drop by your house? Wish no more. Just dial the toll-free number on your screen. Talk to one of our operators here at Stars in Your Pantry. Then sit back and wait for the TV or movie idol of your choice to pay you a visit. Dance down your front porch with Fred Astaire. Or laugh with Lucille Ball while you make chocolate candies. Or clown it up in the garage with Bob Hope. Elvis is not dead. He's eating Lucky Charms in your kitchen. Imagine John Wayne out in the garden hunting down gophers. Anything's possible when you call Stars in Your Pantry. Call now.
Hi, Wally Walters again. Welcome back to the greatest Americans of the 20th century. I am here filming in my garage right now where a lot of the props for our live show were shipped for storage.
Hey, wait! You need to be careful.
Who are you?
I'm Jason Pollock. Can't you read my name on Zoom?
Why are you yelling at me?
Can't you see what you're standing on?
Oh my. I seem to be standing in a horrible paint spill on the floor. Thank you, Mr. Pollock, for pointing that out. I've got paint all over my shoes now. What a mess this is.
That's why my painting was supposed to be on the show. You're standing on my masterpiece.
Painting? I want you to know that I did not do this to your painting. Someone before me threw this on the floor and dripped paint all over it before I got here.
That's how I paint.
Oh, well, I think it ruined my sneakers.
Ah!
What a nice guy. He seemed to be so upset about my sneakers.
Okay, Ernest, the sun also rises. Thank you very much. To present our next award for the American Artist of the Century, we have activist, author, and outstanding speaker. Even though she's both blind and deaf, we welcome Helen Keller to the show. Helen, I think your video is off. Helen? Oh dear. I guess I better announce this one. Known for her Mexican landscapes and especially her enormous paintings of flowers, Georgia O'Keeffe. Wow, I see a huge flower, but where are you, Georgia?
Oh, sorry, I was just adjusting the frame.
Is this one of your paintings?
Yes, it is a flower found in New Mexico where I live.
What type of flower is it?
It's an oriental poppy. It's one of my favorite flowers to paint.
I just love your use of color.
Thank you. I'm thrilled you like my flowers. I paint them large, so you have to look at them whether you like it or not.
Joy
Award for Outstanding Academic Achievement during the 20th century, please welcome the famous aviator and adventurer, Amelia Earhart, and the first woman in space, Sally Ride. Anyone know where Miss Earhart is? Apparently she's gone missing.
Bring back Hemingway!
Ernest, be quiet and quit Zoom bombing. Wally, do not admit Hemingway from the waiting room again. Sally, it looks like you have the honors.
It is a great privilege to present this award to not only one, but two outstanding women who are instrumental in the beginning of the NASA program that later sent me to space in the Challenger space shuttle. The winners are Mary Jackson and Katherine Johnson. Some of you might have seen the movie made about them called Hidden Figures.
Thank you for that intro, Sally. I only wish I would have had the opportunity to orbit the Earth like you did. Yes, I had the privilege of working with the first astronauts to orbit in space, but never imagined getting the chance to go myself. As an African-American woman, I had to fight hard just to get the right to go to college to become an engineer.
Your accomplishments in becoming the first African-American woman engineer is legend at NASA.
Thank you, Sally. But Captain, here are some numbers to go behind the first astronauts. Those flights would have never been possible without math.
Is it true that as part of the pre-flight checklist, John Glenn asked engineers to get the girl to run the numbers, or was that just for the movie?
No, the computers were just new, and the astronauts did not want to trust their lives to electronic calculating machines. They chose a Captain here more than the IBM computers. I remember Glenn saying, if she says they're good, then I'm ready to go.
It is now hard for us to imagine trusting a person's calculations more than a computer's or calculators.
Times were very different. Glenn's flight was a success and marked a turning point in the competition between the United States and the Soviet Union and States.
Now it's time to present the award for the greatest athlete. We're very fortunate to welcome from our Zoom waiting room, What? Your Zoom title said The Babe. Ernest, what are you doing with all that food in the grocery store? Oh, yes. A movable feast. Where's the button to block him?
You get your paws off my wall, Franklin. I'll stump your mouth on my living room wall.
This is my award, you barbarian.
Now what? Not the Roosevelt again.
There's nothing I love as such a much a good fight.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive. B-E-A-G-G-R-E-S-S-I-V-E. Be aggressive.
There is no fight because it's mine. I got here first anyways.
I was president first.
Franklin, Teddy, stop at this instant.
Eleanor.
Eleanor Roosevelt, what a wonderful surprise. May I just say how much I've always admired you. You've been a tremendous first lady for years. You traveled all around the country, had your own radio show, a newspaper column, always fighting for the underdogs, even when you left the White House. It's such an honor.
Thank you. Now, what's going on here?
He did it.
If I may. When Mrs. Kennedy announced the best statesman, she only said Roosevelt, and they both think it refers to them.
Teddy, listen to me. I'm your favorite niece, and Franklin, we've been married for nearly 40 years. I will figure this out, and you will behave.
Yes, Eleanor.
I've texted Jackie O already, and it's absolutely clear who the winner is.
Is it me?
Did I win?
Oh, Uncle Ted, you're great. And Franklin, you're my mate. I love you both, as you can surely tell. But look a little more. It says there, Eleanor. And that is me, the favorite Roosevelt. I champion the poor. We've got to help them more. The time is right for women's rights as well. Each day I lead the fight for fair and equal rights. So some call me the favorite Roosevelt. Let's all cheer. Now
Whoa. Hey, where'd everyone go? Oh, wait, there's someone in the waiting room. Says rhymes. Must be a poet.
Finally, I thought they wouldn't let me in.
Of course we would let in a famous poet. Rhymes.
I'm not a poet.
Wait, who are you?
I'm the famous singer, Leanne Rhymes.
Well, if you're so famous, how come no one lets you in from the waiting room?
Because I haven't turned 18 yet, and I'm not an adult. I won the Grammy in 1997 for the Best New Artist, but I was only 14 years old.
That's impressive.
Yep, I am the youngest person to ever win a Grammy.
Sorry, kid. I guess you got robbed. Well, while we're here waiting for the greatest athlete, who are you going to pick for that category?
I have to go with Jesse Owens. 4 gold medals in 1935 Olympics shows the world that Hitler's horrible ideas about the master race were garbage.
That's a great choice. Wait, looks like we have someone here in the waiting room. It says here, Babe Ruth? 714 home runs, 342 lifetime batting average, led the American League in home runs 12 times, and he could pitch too, with a career ERA of 2.28. Let's bring him in. Whoa, Mr. Ruth! Quarantine has really done something to your hair, hasn't it?
I'm not Babe Ruth. I'm Babe Didrikson.
Looks like another waiting room snafu.
Babe Didrikson, the most versatile athlete we ever seen. She started on her high school basketball team.
I set 4 world records in one afternoon and won 3 times in the 1932 Olympics. I qualified for 5, but only entered 3.
But she's mostly famous as a golfer.
I won 50 golfing events, including 17 tournaments in a row. I even played baseball during the spring training.
Wow! Did they have those frozen chocolate malt thingies back then?
Hey, you guys left me in the waiting room. You guys didn't even check for new entry.
Oh, hey babe. What's up?
I thought I was here for some big award.
Well, there seems to be some confusion. I saw that it said babe, but it seems to be that there's 2 of you.
They call me babe. I do just one thing. I hit home runs. Yeah, I am the king. Some get more hits. The speedier gents. They call me babe. I swing for the fence.
They call me babe, and I do it all. Billiards and track, golf and basketball. Some shoot for fame, some shoot to be queen. They call me babe. I shoot for the green.
I learned a lot of great things, so hear me when I say, never let the fear of striking out get in your way.
I learned a little lesson I'd like to share with you. Never let them tell you that one thing you cannot do.
They call us babe, a nickname we like, hard to forget, and a cinch to write down through the years. That name has gone big. They call us babe. We're no talking big. We're no talking big. We're no talking big.
This has been an exciting evening. We're now down to our last award. It goes to the ordinary heroes that make life possible for 20th century Americans.
Let's remember all the heroes who work hard for us each day. All the firemen and policemen who keep danger far away. And let's celebrate the soldiers who have fought for you and me. Iwo Jima to Korea, Vietnam to Normandy. The greatest, the greatest, the greatest Americans. The greatest, the greatest, the greatest Americans of the 20th century. Give a cheer for all the teachers. They deserve a big parade for the things that they have taught us and the homework they must grade. But of all the local heroes, our own parents get the star, 'cause they made the cute and brilliant little angels that we are. The greatest, the greatest, the greatest Americans. The greatest, the greatest, the greatest Americans of the 20th century.
What happened?
Family stuff.
What?
Hello?
Hi. I don't have my lines yet. They're not there.
But Captain Hero's the first number.
Why don't y'all read? Take a second, read this.
Gonna be like, am I never gonna come back or something?
Josh, Caitlin's ruining everything. I'm just kidding.
My video won't turn on.
Look at Caitlin's screen. You can't even film.
Yeah, it's not even on.
It
Caitlin,
won't turn on.
what is going on? Unbelievable.
Wow, it was going so well.
Why?
I know.
So
All Josh wants to do is say his 2 lines and then sing his song.
Yes, I know.
And we can't do it.
Oh,
And
definitely.
here she comes. Let's see what it looks. Let's see what happens.
Just do lines.
It's just 2 lines. Wow.
Ah, yes!
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 Yay!
Yay!
It works.
Oh my goodness.
My goodness.
Okay. Wally, what are you doing? Wait, it's a reverse thing. Means you can't read it. I have to write it backwards. Wally is the best. Yes, I am. You know, it's hard to be humble this day and age, you know. But I think I do it very well. You know. Wally's back. You know what the best part about doing these things on Zoom is? I'm wearing khaki shorts. And my shirt's not tucked in. But guess what? Nobody knows that. I guess now you know that. That's kind of unprofessional. Didn't think that one through.